players are ready. So we'll hop down to the action, and then I want to know what you think of the matchup, Watchwolf. But let's go down to the finals of number 4, Roshi versus Cananada. All right, welcome everyone to the finals. Best of 3. We've got Cananada on Skycrag aggro, aka the Watchwolf special. Up at the top, we've got Roshi on even Xenan. I know Roshi was getting ready. Yeah, I think he's taking a break. He had a long Roshi had a long couple of matches there. So while we're doing that, why don't we do this? We can take a look at this deck list, and I will flip back as soon as Roshi gets back. So let's talk us through this one. What do you think of the matchup? It seems like you got Vine Grafters, you got even-handed Golems. That's going to be tough to get through, but we've also seen Cananada face a lot of those tonight and hasn't really had too much trouble getting through them.
Yeah, so the most important turn is turn 2, just like what action Roshi's looking to fight on. I actually think the hardest card to deal with is the Hourglass. If you're able to go from 2 to 4 that quickly and then play 2/2s, I think that tends to be like pretty good. Because like if it's a Katra, that can be very difficult to deal with. But then if it's not going to be a fast Hourglass start, I think Vine Grafter is your go-to card, followed by like even-handed Golem. And if you can like stick a Mare's Mandrake, that's great, but like not likely to happen. So I think you just want to watch out for like what's going to happen on turn 2 and on the 4 power turn. But one advantage that my build has is by playing both Auto Tread and Grandin Drone, you're able to go wide. You can punish Mare's Mandrake starts with your Char Chain Flail. So we'll see how it goes. But Canada mulling to 6 is not great when you're already planning on 2 for one of yourself if they play a Vine Grafter.
Yeah. Bergmeister73, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Now, they do get to be on the play. Canada, I don't know who Canada's paying off to go first every single match, but...
Well, so oh wow, that's a perfect draw, actually. So one advantage to being lower on cards is you get to bargain out your 2/1 sooner from the market.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
So,
Get that,
yeah.
get that invasive species value. All right, Shadow Creeper here. Ooh, that's
Okay,
not you're great in
so
face of and you gotta feel good about auto tread here.
right, exactly. So I said the 2-drop matters a lot. Like it's probably the most important play of the game, and that one fails. It's actually one of the worst ones. Like Speed Grafter would have been much better.
Yeah.
So drawing, yeah, drawing a Mandrake is fine, but yeah, that's literally the worst 2-drop for him to play.
Yeah, it's a little tough. And now Canada has a seer for whatever unit Roshi wants to play, and then going to be empty-handed and can get that invasive species online. Unless Roshi goes for the Ascendant Agent and doesn't play a unit here. Well, there you go.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, this is interesting. This is actually super interesting what you play here. I feel like you kind of want that seer. Do you just attack and...
Well, you definitely shove to feel out what the texture of the board is.
For sure,
Then,
for sure. I
yeah.
more mean after that, do you get that extra
Yes.
unit but lose your seer in the process, or do you keep your seer but then don't develop your board? Is interesting.
Mm-hmm. So what I literally do in this situation is I pause, I open the deck list, and I just enumerate everything that can happen, like all the 2-card combinations of 2s and the 4s,
Mm-hmm.
and then just do whatever play is best against those. So that probably just means that Canada thinks that, Seer just does the most.
Yep, and it's gonna pay off here. Well, actually, not. Sorry, I forgot about the, the plus one there.
You get to face their trading. You still got like some value, and then now you still get to play your cultist.
Yep, still pretty good. Not the lethal that I was thinking, but yep, still pretty good. And then you get to play the cultist here.
Maybe you draw a torch. Who knows? Right, not ideal, but from Roshi's side, you get to last chance back the Katra, gain some.
Yeah.
And then you're also playing a power, so that's pretty big game actually.
That's pretty.
This might be what Roshi needs to turn it around.
Might be. That's pretty good here. It's gonna go back
Big
up
draw.
to. Ooh, that's a big
Okay,
draw.
that was a huge draw. Yeah, so that's just lethal.
Yeah, you can only block one, so that is It is charge overwhelm, can block one of them, but that's 5 coming through regardless of the blocks. Wow, Canada pulling that out. I guess going first matters. that was
Yeah.
that was about as close as you can get. I feel like Cananado took that one, and if anything didn't work out even a little bit off, a hair differently, Cananado was not winning that game. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'll reiterate that like a lot of that game was indirectly decided by turn two. So just turn two, if it's not Hourglass or Vinegrafter, like your start is pretty bad. Like
yeah.
Damara, like being able to block ambush is like pretty good, but and on the play, like you have a little more flexibility, but on the draw, it just has to be something that is allowing you to get back into it.
Yeah, that was pretty tough. That you're right that how important that was. Roshi did have that unit, but it being the Shadow Creeper that just got blown up by the pinger, the auto tread was pretty rough. I mean, it ended up basically blanked Roshi's entire second turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the auto tread
So
attack was kind of free.
right. So I do firmly believe that Roshi should mulligan any hand that doesn't have the 6 cards that I mentioned, and this one is Vinegrafter, so I'm cool with it. And Roshi's on the play, which is great for them. So they're even allowed to play even-handed Golem if they want to.
Yeah, Roshi being on the play, pretty huge here. Only Shadow Influence, but all Shadow or Factionless cards in hand, so pretty good, and able to get out that even-handed Golem plus a Scout for their turn 3. So developing a lot better for Roshi this time.
I do really like the just one thing in card games in general is your ability to two spell your opponents and how that lines up with what they're trying to do. So like every one of Roshi's removal spells
Mm-hmm.
is trading with a card that costs 1. So here we got to play 3 cards, whereas Roshi has only played 1 so far, or
That's true.
is going to have the second one here. So you can just think about like your ability to two spell and auto tread being a perfect draw for you to just play auto tread in the salvo now.
Oh wow, and that just yeah. So auto tread has the ability to basically says enemies lose regen and can't regenerate, which means just top
All
decking
right,
that
pick up
auto
the
tread.
ice bolt. The ice bolt.
The ice
Thank
bolt
you.
it is. There you go. You called it right twice in a row, my friend.
We only agree on when to get ice bolt, but I want to get units, and they just want to get counter spells and stuff.
That was huge. That auto tread again was huge there. Stopping, just being able to not get 2-for-1 yourself and take out that Vinegrafter before attacks. Really good.
Right.
More
So
ambush
Damar
here.
being able to ambush, but very important. Roshi missed their 4th power, so it's just very difficult for them to get back into this one. So we're not only playing more spells per turn, but like the even-handed golem deck is trying to get to 4 to play like these bigger
Right.
haymakers, and just not even being allowed to do that.
Yeah, and then Seat comes in depleted in this case, so only able to play out a 2-drop, and now the third option of the 2-drops. Now, we know it's not the 2-drop that you want here, but Roshi already played out the other 2, so
Right.
getting at the bottom of the barrel for this one.
Yeah, so just doing some quick math to see how it goes, but this if this isn't lethal, it's probably just gonna be
It's
good.
gonna put Roshi down to 1, but there's nothing Roshi can stack on the top of his deck that's gonna be able to get out of this.
Well, it's like what they always say. Only in Ravnica do the wolves tend the flock. Watch this 92. And Canada's the winner.
And Cananada is the winner. Congratulations to Cananada on winning Spring Challenge number 10. You are the champion.